Beowulf is the greatest surviving work of Old English literature, an anonymous epic poem preserved in the Noel Codex. Set in Scandinavian, it explores heroism, faith, or word, and the Germanic warrior code. The poem was composed between the 8th and 10th century in the early medieval Anglo-Saxon period. Though written by a Christian poet, Beowulf's world is deeply pagan Germanic, creating a unique blend of Christian morality and heroic ethos. It survives in a single manuscript, the Noel Codex, partially damaged in the 1731 Ashburnham house fire. The poem begins in the Danish kingdom of King Hrothgar, whose whole heorot is terrorized by the Grendel, a monstrous descendant of Cain. The poem says,
Grendel, that shadow stalker, the dread of the dark, hated the sound of human joy.
hearing this, Beowulf, warrior of the Geats, comes to Denmark with his men. He vows to fight Grendel without weapons, trusting only his strength. When Grendel attacks, Beowulf grips him with such force that the monster flees, leaving behind his arm, a symbol of defeat. But the danger is not over. Grendel's mother, described as the monstrous Hell Bride, eager for revenge, comes to avenge her son. Beowulf dives into a haunted mere and underwater cave and battles her in a fierce struggle. His own sword fails, but he discovers a giant's sword in the lake and uses it to behead her. He returns to Heorot with Grendel's severed head, earning immense glory. Decades pass. Beowulf becomes king of the Geats and rules wisely for 50 years. But a thief steals a cup from a dragon's hoard, waking the creature. The dragon begins burning the Geatish land. Although old Beowulf decides to face the dragon himself, in the final battle, his warriors flee. Except Wiglaf, the loyal Thane. Together they kill the dragon, but Beowulf is mortally wounded. In the closing scenes, Beowulf asks Wiglaf to bring him the dragon's treasure so he can see it before he dies, symbolic of a hero's desire for legacy. Thus, the Geats mourned their fallen lord, the kindest to his people and the mildest of men. Beowulf's funeral pyre, his golden barrow by the sea, and the sorrow of his people emphasize the fragility of heroism and the inevitability of faith. Beowulf remains a foundational text of English literature, an epic that blends heroism, morality, and the power of storytelling. It is essential not just as a text but as the beginning of the English literary tradition.